good afternoon, or good morning, or I would say this every single episode. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you happen to be watching this, whatever time zone that you're in, because we got people from all around the world watching this, so I have no idea what time it could be wherever you're watching this from. Bedroom Producer live stream episode 33. Pretty cloudy day over here where I'm at right now. I had to check outside for a second. Started to drizzle a little while ago. Anyways, let me just get adjusted over here really quick. I was a little late because I had started just started the live stream and I was talking with an artist at the same time. We were doing some mixes for. We were just finalizing the final mix for a song as well as a budget for to mix and master his EP. So I was just trying to knock all of that out at the same time that I was preparing for the stream. So my bad. Started it. Well, I had initially started it a little early, and then I just came through a little late. Looks like 6 minutes late now. It's all good. We're gonna get started here pretty soon. By the way, if this is the first time that you either stumble on the live stream or this is the first time that you're watching me on the channel, my name is El Marquis. I'm a musician, rapper, record producer, unashamed Christ follower. The purpose of the Bedroom Producer live stream, as well as all the content I post all across my YouTube channel, Instagram, and TikTok. Main purpose of me releasing this style of content is to engage with other like-minded artists and producers, especially if you are in the independent artist and online producer niche. What we do over here on the stream is I make beats live, of course. I break down my beat making process, and if you're a producer, or even if you're an artist, or if you're a casual music listener, this is the chance where you can ask me questions about what's going on with the production of the beat, questions about music business, which we've talked about several times on the channel, questions about gear, how to get started with music production, how to start getting people to either listen to your music as a producer or as an artist, anything like that. Even if we're just having general conversations about just music in general. I think one of the streams last week, we were talking about Nas, King's Disease 2. Did we ever talk about Drake and Kanye? I don't think so. But yeah, we can have any topics like that. Feel free to ask me questions. If you're a producer who wants their song or beat reviewed, we also can request that as well. At some point, I know I've been needing to do this for a while because someone asked me about this months ago and I never just finished setting it up. At some point, I want to actually start a Discord server so that it can be another place where we all can really connect with each other. I know a lot of other streamers and even YouTubers, they already have their set up. I know it's a pretty common thing amongst people who do streams, and I've just been all over the place. I'm kind of just doing a whole bunch of different things at once. But at some point this week, I will actually start a Discord server so that this community can start interacting with each other outside of just the stream, outside of just the YouTube channel. I still gotta do a little bit of setting on the platform as well because I use it here and there as a consumer, not really that much. So I need to go ahead and actually start doing some. I'm in a handful of Discord servers for other people who I'm a fan of, Kenny Beats, I think Illmind, who else has one? Cody from Internet Money. I'm in those type of servers. I just don't really use it that much as a consumer, but I'm gonna make my own. So we all can. Someone asked me about that a long time ago actually, and I just got. Or I not forgot. I started it and I just didn't finish it or make it. It might be public. I don't know. But anyways, I'm rambling. Let's go ahead and let's get into whatever we're going to be making today. Close out of anything that's not necessary. Go over here. Go over to Logic. Cool. As always, feel free to ask questions about what's going on with the production of this beat. Let me know if you have any questions about music making in general. Chat it up, engage with each other, got some good positive energy with each other. Get to work. I did mean to actually look up some loops prior to hopping on here, I got caught up with. I was actually trying to study um Facebook ads for beat selling prior to coming on here. So I like got really caught up with that, and I forgot to. I forgot, but like I got caught up with that. Didn't realize what time it was, and then I was like, oh wow, it's time to start the stream. So let's just. I just hopped into this random pack. Let's see what this sounds like. That's fire. Pretty sure I used this one. I'm just setting over here real quick. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I used that one. John Bougie, how you doing? Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. Where's that? Ooh, I'm really on this one. Yeah. If it got my attention like that, let's definitely use this one. 139 p.m. Folder. Cool. Let's go ahead and drag this Logic. In the building sounds good on YouTube. Perfect. Drag that in there. Right, okay, yeah. So 139 BPM. Let's go ahead and change the tempo of this loop. Let's manipulate it a little bit, add some effects. See what we can come up with. 139. Let's speed it up. Let's hear what 144 sounds like. Okay, I can work with that. Also, by the way, if you haven't already, greatly appreciate it if you took a second to like the video. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit that like button. And if you're not already, subscribe and turn on notifications so you know whenever we go live and whenever we upload new videos. And the building sounds good on Twitch. Perfect. Okay, let's go ahead. Effects on this. And thank you for the fire emoji. Appreciate you. I don't want all of this. I just want to mix some of this in. I'm still going to play around with this preset a little bit. Go with that right there. Pitch it. Let's pitch it up a little bit. Hear what that sounds like. Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm feeling that. Let's add some drums. Load up machine. Go to my drum folder. Grant, how you doing? Appreciate you for tuning in. You're over cooking on some beats today. Which kit will be the lucky winner for today? I know what I'm looking for, just where is it? Here it is. Let's find... I haven't decided if I want a snare or clap yet. I've been using claps a lot, so I want to see if I can push it up, maybe find a snare that sounds cool. Or just maybe a different clap than what I would normally use. That one sounded kind of cool, actually, the optics one. Ooh, yeah, reverb sounded cool. Ooh, yeah, that one sounds cool too. Try this one. I might end up switching it to a clap, but let's try this out. Oh, no, this is dope. But this is some Juice WRLD type beat. I like the vibe is calming. Thank you, appreciate that. Yeah, Juice WRLD's super dope. Let's find a rim shot. I like that one. It's a bit higher than the it's higher in tone than the snare drum. Well, that last one came in a little early. Let's drag it over. Okay, let's find a hi-hat. See what we can find in here. Yeah, let's see what this sounds like. Oh yeah, that one fits. So let's manipulate this a little bit. Dragging down some of those hi-hats to a different pitch. That. I heard your song, it was fire, the chorus was in the head all night. It was something like, you can't tell me what I can't do. Oh, thank you, appreciate you for listening to that. Yeah, that's it was that the most recent version of it, the one with the music video, that's a remix of the original song. So that's, appreciate you for listening. The artist Eccentric, we met at a local show, and then we decided we wanted to collaborate. He wanted to do a remix of that song. Turned out really well. Really happy with how that turned out. He also, I don't think it's out yet, but he also used one of my beats for another song that he was working on for himself. So yeah, appreciate that. Thank you. We got a lot of music on the way. I'm not gonna put that one there. Here's a remix of Can or Can Do. Yeah, thank you for posting in the comment section. Yeah, if you haven't already checked it out, there's a link right there. Can I pin it on? Can I? Oh, never mind. Okay, cool. Ooh, okay, this sounds. I'm already liking this with that pitch hi hat. That's crazy. Or those. Like those. That never heard about Christian hip hop. Is this a regional genre? I say it's a subgenre of well, it's a subgenre slash subculture within the larger spectrum of hip hop. Um, I know it's bigger in more countries other than just the U.S. I'm not sure where exactly. I would say it's dominant or prominently one of those words. Predominantly bigger in the US, most likely in other places in the world. I wouldn't necessarily say Now I wouldn't necessarily say it's a regional genre because there are a couple Christian rap artists from the UK that I've heard of too that are actually pretty dope as well. Um I feel like it's philosophic rap like X and sometimes Pac type. I'm from Italy. Yeah, so um no, the cool thing about Christian rap is that there's a big spectrum, a pretty large spectrum of like the type of artists that you can hear from it. Like pretty much, it's similar to how like in the general culture and genre of hip hop, where you have some artists who are like Tupac or Biggie or DMX, who are more lyrical and who talk about a mixture of things that involve substance, some things that are just kind of like just having fun, and then also people who are like have a sound kind of like who's a good example? Someone who like doesn't rap about serious stuff. Someone who has like a style like Juice WRLD or a style like A Boogie with the hoodie, or someone like Lil Uzi Vert, who like they're not necessarily rapping about anything serious, um, but like they can still like. But what I'm trying to say, they're not rapping about something serious necessarily. It's more lighthearted, but it's still like glorifying God. So it's a really big spectrum. Like you have some people who are more um more along the lines of like sound wise like death and life lessons, kind of like that. So some older Christian rap is kind of more like that, where that was like the more prominent style, where like you would hear a lot of people like preaching about or preaching explicitly about the gospel. Whereas now there are still artists who do that, but I think now things have really switched over to more so to kind of like someone who like how like Pac or Nas, they wouldn't like say do this, do that, do this necessarily. They would just talk about their life, and tell their stories, and then just authentically be themselves. And I think both styles are actually really important. But yeah, you definitely get a mixture of both. Like an artist, like someone who was talking about stuff like death and life lessons. If you heard of an artist named Lecrae, his older music did a lot of that. His newer music is kind of like what I just described as before. Is more so him expressing his walk with Christ in like a day in the life style. Dax had a song like that. Yeah. I don't know if Dax would. I don't know a lot of Dax's music. I'm pretty sure I heard the song that you're talking about. He wouldn't necessarily be considered he wouldn't really be considered a Christian artist. I don't think he wants to be known as that either. But yeah, I heard a song. I don't remember the name of it. It was one of the ones that had God in the name of it, like Dear God or something like that. One of those. I know what song you're talking about. Um, who else? Oh, someone like the Truth. He talks kind of like about like life and death type lessons. Some people like um uh it, yeah, I think it's Dear God. Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure it's Dear God. What was I said? Lecrae, the Truth, Shylin. Who else does that style of music? Whereas like kind of more preachy, like Jackie Hill Perry, Bizzle. he does a mixture of both. So like not everyone's all like within one box, but like Biz is another good example of someone who he'll explicitly, and by explicit I don't mean like cussing, I mean by explicitly I mean like making it very obvious, like making their faith very obvious and apparent. He'll do a mixture of stuff too, where it's like he'll preach the gospel and say like this is how we should live, but also he'll talk about his personal life and his own personal stories and talk about him struggling as a human, and how at the end of the day he still depends on God because he's not perfect. Different artists like that, Derek Minor. Yeah, there are lots of people who do a mixture of stuff that's kind of like Pac and Biggie, whereas like they're telling, or they're more on the lyrical end of things, and then they're also like able to portray a story and portray a message. And then there are some people who I wouldn't necessarily don't have a message. I wouldn't say that, but then there's a spectrum of people who they're not as preachy. They more so focus on kind of just making some really dope music, having fun. Of course, they'll make their faith apparent as well. And just talking kind of just day in life type stuff, like people like No Big Deal, John Keith, Ruslan, who else is good? Ty Brazel. Is that how you pronounce his name? Yeah, Ty Brazel. Lots of different artists. So I can go rant and rave about CHH all day, but yeah, it's not a regional genre. It is actually a pretty big subculture within hip hop that I'm glad to be a part of. And yeah, yeah, if you need any music recommendations, let me know. I got a ton I can send your way. It's deep. Pac, I think, has one of the greatest songs ever about his life, like "Dear Mama." Yeah, that's one of the best hip hop songs of all time, without a doubt. Um, and there are definitely songs like that in CHA as well. As a matter of fact, wait, let me drop. I'm not gonna open up my browser to drop a link, but look this up when you get a chance. It's what's it called? Bizzle. Oh my gosh, I just drew a blank. What's the name of the song? It's Bizzle, My Confession, and Bizzle, The Gospel. Those are two songs that are like in that kind of like Dear Mama style as well. So I love how you just do whatever you want to do, rather than run behind the trend. Yeah, I just love music in general. I love and there's tons of people doing it, which is awesome. But with as many people doing music as there is, whether there's people being an artist, whether there's people being a producer, I love how accessible all this music stuff is now. But not the problem, but the one thing about it is that since it is so accessible, anyone can do it. It's harder to stand out now than it was several years ago, but that's why I try to do things that are different to like really grab people's attention, and it's starting to work for me. Like a lot of producers, they don't hop on live streams like this and interact with people or talk to people. They just post type beats on YouTube or Instagram. They just post like little graphics and tell people to buy them. I don't try to do stuff like that. I try to actually engage with people, show my face, answer questions, share knowledge. Even every now and then, comedy videos. If you see some of the stuff I post on Instagram, or TikTok rather, or both of them really. But yeah, I just do me. I just want to show off my personality, share knowledge with people, and yeah, just really form an actual connection with people rather than just throwing up a graphic saying, "Hey yo, check out my music, buy my beats." Like that's boring. Yeah, let's get back to this. Throw that open hot somewhere in there. Need some more percussion too. I don't know why I said it needs percussion. I just clicked on that box because apparently I can't read. That's fine. What do I want? I want some type of percussion sound that's like maybe like a tom or something like that. Ooh, that could be cool for something. Okay, put that in there. I do want a tom. Okay, I know where I'm looking. Okay, go machine. Where am I gonna go? Let's go pure drip. You're not that kid. Ooh, that could work maybe. Okay, yeah, that works. I'll try to do something when I'm mixing it to make it a little brighter. I don't know if it's gonna translate well enough, but that's dope. Okay, I think I want to add. Oh, let's save this real quick. I want to call this. Oh, life lesson. I don't think I have a beat called that yet. Also, there's a song, pop song called "Ghetto Gospel." Don't lose yourself in this world, man. Music just sounds the same. I'm 17. I only listen to golden era, mob, deep era rap. Complex, the software looks easier. My bad. Complex, the software looks easier. It is to use. When I the first time I opened FL Studio, I'm half dead. Now I'm looking at your software. It makes me feel uneasy because it looks so simple. Yeah, I mean, oh yeah, for the first, let's address one thing at a time. So yeah, with a lot of rap, honestly, it does sound the same. A lot of people are really just trying to just ride the wave and just kind of copy each other. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I do like the sound of rap now more than specifically mainstream rap. I like that sound now more than I did when I was like first getting into rap. I kind of like the direction where like beats specifically are going. But I mean, honestly, like a lot of people are really they rap the same. They use the same types of beats. It's so I don't blame you for kind of just sticking to golden era stuff. But I mean, that is the beautiful thing about the era that we're in, is that we don't have to like, we're not forced to listen to whatever is popular. And yeah, with how easy it is to make music, I mean, I don't view it as necessarily a bad thing. I think it's actually a really cool thing because um with software like this, with like Logic, for example, that's really, to me, relatively simple to use. Even I haven't used FL, but I mean, from watching other people use FL, it doesn't really look that complicated to use. Um, it just makes it more, accessible to be able to make music, which I think is really good actually. Um, and it can just really help people be a lot more productive. Like when you are an artist who, or so rather, when you're a producer rather who's working with different artists, whether you're working independently or if you're working in the industry, you need to be able to have like a really quick turnaround time because people like things move really fast. In both the industry and even in the indie scene. So, um, honestly, to me, like of course quality matters. Like I'm not, quality always matters, but Being able to work as fast and efficiently as possible, that's really, really, really important. Let's find the key of this loop. G minor. Let me turn this up. I can't even hear that string actually. Oh, you know why? Because the loop's really loud. That down a little bit. Turn that tom down a little bit. Let's turn up the strings so I can hear them. Chords right. Minor. There we go. I think. Okay, let's put it down. I'll correct it afterwards. First of all, looks like a lot of reverb, so we're gonna take. So it sounds like this. I like adding my own reverb in later, like sounds from Contact and from other synths. Is this Contact? Yeah, Contact and from like other synths. I kind of like taking the reverb out of it, unless it sounds just really cool. I'm just adding my own reverb in later because to me it sounds better. So I'm gonna take that out. I like having some distortion on the string. Let's slow down the attack a little bit. Let's go ahead and fix that chord. Turn this down now. I don't want that being, or I don't want that sticking out. Pretty sure that's right. That last chord is definitely wrong. Okay. For how long I've been making beats for about 8.5 years. Started back when I was in I first wanted to start making beats, I think as early as 8th grade. And then I started officially making beats around my 9th grade year. So that was like 2013 to be. Yeah, 2013. Got some reverb to this really quick. Trick I do with my reverbs, a lot of the times I like it to be in time with the beat. So like I'll take a delay like H delay. Make sure that the tempo in H delay is reading correctly. That's 144. And then for the decay time, I set it to like, if I wanted to be like a medium reverb, I'll set the decay time to like the 8th note. So I'll just calculate that with the delay. So for example, the 8th note millisecond time for 144 BPM is 208. I'll start with 2. Round that up, it would be like 2.1 actually. Then I'll get the pre-delay going pretty quick. It would be like the pre-delay would be like a 16th or a 64th note rather. That's 26 or 0.26 rather. There we go. So if we listen closer to like that the tail of that reverb, it like stops like right before the next chord comes in, which is how I personally like it. Also, you can hear the sound of the reverb, but also it's just not like mudding at the whole track. And I'll do that for like, that would be like my main reverb that I'll use. Like that's like a medium reverb. Sometimes I'll have like a longer one that with the tail extends out longer. That's pretty much how I'll set a reverb for like an instrument like strings or maybe even vocals actually. I struggle with the bass line. Most of my beats feel empty. Watching others making beats is just making it easy for me. Yeah, sometimes honestly, I feel that way too about my beats sometimes. Whereas like I feel like some of them feel a little empty. But the trick honestly the trick a lot of times, especially if you're getting beats placed for other artists or with other artists rather, less is more. Vast majority of the time, less is more. You need as much in your beats as you think you do. Look what this sounds like. I don't know about this one. Yeah, because like some people, they try to fill up the beats with a lot of unnecessary stuff. But a lot of times, that last missing instrument that it needs is just a vocalist. Not feeling that 808. Nope. Maybe this one? I just need something that's like not as much distortion and also has like a longer tail on it. Put this down. Oh no. Let me make it longer. Let me do that. Actually, I'm gonna do that one more time. Make that like, I want to change it up after 8 bars to make it a bit more dynamic. Just doing that. Changed up like slightly. Kept the same bass pattern for the most part. Just changed up slightly. Let's tighten this up a little bit. Quantize. A beat should complement a singer if it's not a music type thing. Yeah, exactly. So the beat, in most cases, when you're getting placed with artists, especially if they happen to be like a more mainstream sounding artist, or with any artist really, we should be complimenting what they're doing, not distracting from what they're doing. Our job as producers is to really like paint the canvas for an artist and let them be the main instrument that's going crazy. That's how it really is in the genre of rap. Bit. Oh, maybe no. Wait, was that right? Oh, that was right. Let's play out the rest of this loop really quick and hear what it sounds like. There's a pretty decent amount of stuff that's already going on in the loop. So something like this, for example, is something where you don't need to add a whole lot more. Got my water. Yeah, that part with the flute, that's gonna be the chorus. Yeah, I'm cool with this, right? Yeah, I think it's time to arrange. I think I'm cool with this. Yeah, I'm cool with this. Go ahead and wait. Those drums. Going in on drums for like a quick second. Yeah, I'm cool with this. I think there's something in the 808. I think is one of those notes off key. Oh yeah, that's not. Yeah, that. There we go. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Let's go ahead and start arranging. This beat's done. Not overthink it. I might add something else, another melody later on, but I think this is good enough to go ahead and start arranging. Yeah, so like one trick is, so with some loops, they sound pretty open. So then you may want to add some more things to them. For something like this, shout out to LLB. He's another really dope YouTuber. Who makes really fire videos on making beats, as well as he focuses on, well, he was focusing on like beat selling for a while. Now I can switch over to like more like vlog style videos, which are also really fire. I love watching his videos. This is where this loop came from, one of his kits. So something cool about his loops is that like he puts in enough stuff in his loops to where like they're not overly complex. In terms of, and by overly complex I mean like they're not doing too much, they're not being extra. But there's like enough in them where you don't really have to add like a whole lot to make it feel full. which is why I just added like that one string, and I think I might call it a day for this beat. Let's go ahead and let's get to arranging. That over. Repeat those. Repeat. Oop. Come on, go. Oh, there we go. Young boy can destroy the beat. Ooh, that actually would be kind of cool. Come on, young boy. Did you look? Here's the album they just put out. One of my friends one of my friends told me to listen to his album, and I don't really be listening to NBA like that, or Young Boy or whatever his name is. I don't really be listening to him like that, but he told me to check out his album, and actually I liked it. I'm gonna listen to it again sometime to see if I still retain that opinion, but I liked it on first listen. Didn't gonna do it now. Yeah, I think it's pretty good listen. I mean, once again, I don't really be listening to him like that. But yeah, I didn't mind it. I enjoyed the album. I'm gonna listen to it again to see if I can see if I think the same thing a couple days later. Do you know anything about 440 hertz and 432 hertz? Great question. I'm not very well educated on that topic, but I do know a little bit. I know like 432 hertz is supposed to be like, what is it, like a more relaxing or more soothing or some frequency or something like that. Someone was telling me about that before. I think like it had to have been 2 years ago because it was pre-pandemic. One of my friends, Shadow J Violet, he was actually talking to me about that. It had to have been about 2 years ago. So I looked into it a little bit. I haven't in a while, so my knowledge on it really isn't that fresh, to be honest. Nature's Tune. Yeah, something like that's what I heard. I want to look into that again because I'm thinking about experimenting with doing that for like some lo-fi music that I'm working on. How do I sample from YouTube to my Logic? Great question. Actually, I'll show you that right now. Let me just open up my browser really quick and I'll show you. Depression is gone since I switched my music to that. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so how do I sample from YouTube to Logic? So here's what you do. Open up, just wait for my browser. If you hear like a random noise going on, it's probably because I got a billion tabs open, YouTube videos being one of them. We're gonna wait for this to load. Okay, so anyways, so basically while I'm waiting for this, basic steps really is you find whatever video you want to sample, whether it's, you know, like sound effects, a song, some regular YouTube or whatever. You find a video you like, copy the URL, and you paste it into YouTube. You paste it into like a YouTube to MP3 website. So let's go free sound effects or something like that. I don't know, free SFX. Wait for that to load. So for example, when I'm working with other artists, sometimes we want to like sample something like a sound effect, like a car noise, or like a, what's it called? Those swords like from like a ninja movie, like I don't know, some sound effects like that. So we'll go to a video, copy the URL, just hit the right click on it with your mouse and hit copy. Let's mute this video so it doesn't pop up.
If you're a content creator of any kind, you need to start using Artlist for
publicity. Okay, cool. You're the main things. No problem. Yeah, so
videos. I'm Ryan, filmmaker, host,
not gonna advertise on my channel for free.
Film Ryan.
Okay, so yeah, so copy that URL after you find the video that you want to sample. And Google YouTube to MP3. Oops, I can't type. YouTube to MP3. And then there are multiple websites that pop up. Be careful with them because some of them can give you a virus. So go. This is the one I use all the time. YouTube to MP3. Then all you gotta do, paste that URL right in there. Oop, that's MailChimp. Good job. What the? Okay. Anyways, let's pretend that was the right URL. Actually, no. Let's just copy the URL for real. Yeah. So you just copy that URL. Paste it, initialize, and then you can click right there. You can. I'm not gonna download it because I don't need it, but then you can click download right there, and then there you go. That's how you download. Go away. Yeah. So that's pretty much how you download a sample from YouTube. I can normally I can do that a lot faster. The browser just goes slower when I'm doing live streams. What's the difference between sampling and copying? Really good question. That's a really good debate. So when you sample a song, for example, like let's say, okay, so let's say, what's the song that's out right now? Okay, something from Drake's album. Let's say we sample a song from Drake's album that just came out. So basically, what we would do is, we would take a section, a not offensive way. Just want to know what's the line pushing. Yeah, I got you. So let's say Drake has a song that you all right, no, better example. Okay, it doesn't matter. Just names. Anyways, let's say someone like Michael Jackson, Drake, Eminem. Let's say they have a song where you're listening to the first melody in their beat, and you're like, oh wow, that sounds really cool. I want to sample this and build use it on my own song and kind of change it into something new. Basically, what you will be doing is you could download the song into your software in some way, whether it's through the method I just showed, YouTube to MP3. If you're really cool and if you have a vinyl player, that's a really cool way to do it because that sounds better actually. CD player, you could take the song off of there, whatever. Basically, you could take a part of the song, whether it's the intro melody, maybe there's like a really cool thing in the bridge that you like, and then basically you make your own version of it. So making your own version of it will consist of putting your own drum rhythm on it, putting other instruments around it, altering the sample in a way, for example, like how I'd used with like this loop, for example. This is more so manipulating a loop than a sample. But like for example, what I did with this loop is that I didn't make the melody for this. The producer named LLB, he made it. So in order to make this my own, what I did was, and this is I just used common sampling things too. What I did with this was I just put some effects on it to make it a little different. I sped it up. It was originally 139 beats per minute. I sped it up to 144, and then I pitched it up three. How do you get that sample to spread out through my keyboards? I'll get into that in a quick second, which actually that transitions perfectly into actually the other part about sampling. Yeah, that's another thing you can do as well. You can put the sample on your keyboard and rearrange it, and basically that's with that's sampling. You're taking someone else's idea, borrowing it, and flipping it in some way that makes it your own by manipulating it, speeding it up, slowing it down, pitching it up, pitching it down, rearranging it, and then putting your own drums around it, and that's making your own song. Or that's basically making your own version of it. Now, with samples, you need to get them cleared. If you're selling the beat to an artist, but if you're releasing it as releasing it as a song, you do need to get it cleared. Now, I'll be honest, I've used samples, like uncleared samples, in a handful of my songs as well, but they don't really get a whole lot of streams, so I doubt that they're gonna do anything about it. I think there's only like 3 of my songs have uncleared samples in them. I don't recommend it because that's technically they can come after that song whenever they want. But with a song, like when you're sampling songs, that is a risk that you got to take. If you have the methods to clear it, that rocks. If not, honestly, just make music. It's not that deep. But anyways, so how do you get the sample to spread out through the keyboard? I think I might have a full length video on how to do it that I can drop in the chat as well. But I'll show you here really quick. So, let's see if I can pull up. Let me just pull up a random sample really quick. So, it doesn't matter what I use. Just use this drum loop. So basically, wherever that song file ended up in, wherever you download it from, you can either do this inside of Logic or you can do this with from a folder. So, for example, let's say you just downloaded that sample from YouTube. What you could do is find the file, drag it into Logic, drag it over here to this section near the left, go to Quick Sampler Optimized. And what that will do is that will open up one of my favorite stock plugins in Logic called the Quick Sampler. And make sure you click on Slice. So what's cool about Slice, maybe I should have used like an actual, like something with melodies in it. But basically, what Slice does is, if you're familiar with something like Serato Sample, it's kind of like an auto slice tool, for example. Basically what it will, you can set it to different modes. Like you can have it end up on a transient, you can have it on beat divisions, like for example, like quarter notes, 8 notes, things like that. And now you can play all of everything in that loop. Now you can play it across your keyboard. Let me just play this real quick. Yeah, that would have been a better example if I used like something with a melody in it. But yeah, so now, so by just dragging in a quick sample like that, that sample's laid out on all of your that's laid out across your keyboard. A trick that I'd like to do too is make sure that on amp, where it says under polyphony, if you're sampling like a song, I would go over here and just switch that to mono. Basically with polyphony, that allows you to play like chords. And if you're doing like a sample, you probably don't want to do that. So you might, depending on like what you're trying to do with the sample. In a lot of cases, you might just want to set that to mono, so that way, whenever you play one of the keys, then you play another one, they just cut each other off. And yeah, there are different ways that you can divide that up too. So I like to start out. Sometimes I like having it on a beat. You also can just go in and drag the different drag the different slices wherever you want, add them into. Yeah, you have full freedom to do whatever you want with this. You even pitch it up, nothing like glide into each other. Yeah, cool, lots of different things. Let me go ahead really quick. Let me find, I don't know if I did a video on Quick Sampler specifically. I did one on how to do it with 808s, and it's the exact same concept. Let me find this really quick. Elmar Key Quick Sampler. Typing this in on YouTube. I'm trying to use it on my phone because that's a bit quicker. Okay, yeah. So I got a video that says, it's called, I'm about to drop it in the chat. It's called How to Quickly Tune 808s. It's the exact same concept. I just showed it with an 808 in this video. But yeah, it's the exact same concept. You can do this with other samples as well, whether you download them from YouTube, whether they're from sample packs. That's basically how you can sample a song and just have it laid out across your keys. So Korean, back to the topic on sampling. So like, I didn't even talk about copying. So like, taking it but then making it somewhat where they don't sound the same, but also keep the classic feel. Yeah. Yeah. So last thing on this, and then I'll get back to wrapping up this beat. Yeah. So I talked about what sampling is. I didn't go in too much on copying. So sampling is like how I described before. You take someone's idea, for example, someone like, let's say like a riff from Metallica, or like maybe like a melody line from Michael Jackson. You can take something like that and kind of make into your own idea and your own song, and just make your own version of it. Like you take it and then you speed it up, slow it down, pitch it, add different drums, add different melodies around it. That would be considered sampling. Now, copying would be, let's say, what's a good example? Let's say Drake says a lyric that you really like. Let's say Drake has, I can't think of a good Drake lyric off the top of my head, but let's say Drake says a really cool lyric that you like, and then you just verbatim say it exactly as he said it in your own song. You didn't do anything to change it up a bit. You just said it and kind of just acted like it was your own. That would be copying. Or let's say, it's like the easiest way to like explain copying. It's like it's just what it sounds like. It's like you just take someone else's idea, you don't really try to make it your own, and then you just blatantly rip it off and pass it off as your own idea. Like a lot of times with sampling, like people don't. A lot of times when you're sampling with respect to the culture of hip hop, you're not trying to just like copy someone's sample and then claim it as your own and say it's your own thing. Traditionally, there is respect for people who make samples, or who do sample rather. And and they just turn into their own idea. Like a vast majority of the time, they'll make like their own version of the song, paying respect to the goats of our past, um, the, our legends and different people like that, and then they'll just make their own version of it essentially. Whereas copying, that's just blatantly taking someone else's idea, saying it's your own. Um, and yeah, that's really the big difference. I say that there definitely is a very big difference between sampling and copying. Um, another good example, okay, another really good example, and then I'll get off of this topic. Um, a really good example of copying would be, let's say, a lot of people don't have creativity. I can lie to you, but I can't lie to myself. This part of myself I love the most. Yes, exactly that. So, okay, really good example of, or another really good example of blatant copying. Let's say someone on YouTube makes a beat and posts it as a type beat. Let's say you're looking for someone like Cash Money AP who makes a lot of type beats. Let's say he makes this beat that you really like, and you're like, wow, I really like this. I want to make something exactly like it. So what you could do, and I'm not condoning this. This is messed up. Don't do this. But here's what copying would be in this scenario. Copying would be playing his melody as close to, if not exactly as the same as possible, and also using very similar drum sounds and 808 sounds, which honestly is not that hard to do because all the kits, most of the kits that we find online are accessible to everyone. Um, so then, like, let's say maybe it sounds like, even if it sounds like slightly different, but all the patterns are pretty much 80-90%, they're not exactly the same. It's got the same vibe, same tempo, all that. That would be copying. That wouldn't be sampling. That would be just straight up copying. Um, Even that would be different than, like, let's say you were like replayed part of one of his melodies, but like put different drums over it. That would be something else called interpolation. Not gonna really get into that because I've been ranting on this for a long time, anyways. But yeah, so if you were like to download like someone like Cash Money AP's beat, or you download an instrumental from Eminem or DMX, and then you just like recreate it exactly as it was, that wouldn't be sampling. I mean, it could be a form of sampling, but that's really more so along the lines of just copying. Um, it's not copying, but Young Boy's every song sounds the same in a melodic way, but he has his own style. That's more so just him being. I guess that could be copying himself, but that's pretty much him just sticking with his own sound and his own style in that sense. For him, copying would be um if he like repeated the exact same lyrics from like a Young Thug type song or like a Migos type song, or someone, or I mean anyone really. I just named them because they're like within the same, or within like a similar sound. But that, in that sense, I would be copying. So that was a long rant. But yeah, basically that's the difference between sampling and copying. Okay, let's get back into this. Appreciate y'all for staying around. I hope this rant I hope this rant actually helped out and it wasn't just me just rambling on. I got it. Thanks. Ain't no problem. No problem. I love having discussions like this on the live stream. Actually, yeah, let's make this whole thing like all at the chorus. Then I'll drop down to the verse. Yeah, if you have any, if you or anyone else has any questions about, I mean, anything like that, that's a really good topic. We haven't had a topic like that so far, so that's fire. Appreciate that. That was a really good discussion. So yeah, if anyone has any questions, any similar questions like that, if you have any questions about this beat, if you have questions about more questions about sampling, let's talk about it. Let's have some dope conversations. This is why I need to start that Discord server so we can also have conversations like this off of the live stream. Okay, so let's mute that. Wait, I wanted. Oh wait, I wanted that for the chorus. Let's go ahead and that over. That's gonna go over here. That over here. Whoa, don't do that. People also said like the song "Juice WRLD Lucid Dreams" was a sample of Nas's song. No, so Lucid Dreams was actually a sample of, I don't remember the name of the song. It was a sample from, it wasn't from Tupac. It was either Sting or his band The Police. I don't remember which one of them because I know Sting sued him. So Juice WRLD actually sampled a song from, it was either from Sting or it was from The Police. It was one of them. Same guy. It was his band. Either, anyways. He sampled or his producer rather, Nick Mira. Shout out to him because he's also from Virginia, where I'm currently located. He replayed the guitar line from one of Sting's songs, and he put different drums over it. That's an example of sampling. That's not copying. That's a perfect example of sampling. That's actually interpolation because he replayed the guitar from the song. Okay, so you know what? I think over here, I might try to find like another melody I can put over in this section of the verse because I want the string just to be in the chorus. Okay, so let's change up this last half of the verse. What's 12 minus 12 plus 3? That would be 9. We're gonna take this loop down an octave right here. Check out the bass. Check out all the percussion actually, except for that snare. And so let's also increase the amount of effects over here. We're gonna, automation is your best friend when it comes to mixing. Trust me. Oh, that's not supposed to do that. Catch that. Okay. So where's that right now? Like that level is where it's going to be at for the vast majority of the beat. And then we're just gonna increase the effect so it's just more apparent. Just over here, and then it's gonna swell back down for the chorus. that, copy paste. I think we'll keep it at that level halfway through this part. Yeah, okay, cool. So watch this knob right here. This is what the automation is doing. It's just automatically turning this up and turning it down. Magnivore, what's good? Appreciate you for tuning in. What is the sauce bottle thing on the screen? This is a plugin called Drip. There's a producer, another producer in the YouTube space. His name is Kyle Beats. He put out this plugin, I think last year or a year or two ago, called Drip. Basically, and he's put out, and shout out to him too. He actually just made a whole plugin company called 2 Clicks, which off a meme that's I'm not gonna get into right now. Basically what this plugin does, it has different. It's a quick way to add different effects to anything that you put it on, whether it's a melody, whether it's a sample, whether it's drums. Yeah, so like these are all just in a nutshell, these are all different parameters you can put on. Like this is like an LFO that like can like I don't know how to describe an LFO in words. Oh, that makes sense. But like this, for example, like this is like a form of distortion. I think this is like, what is this? This is like a chorus effect. And this is reverb, and then I think this controls the LFO, and then this controls like a delay or like an echo sound, and then overall that's like a mix knob. So that basically means where is that right now, which is 23%. You can hear some of the effect mixed in with the loop, but you also can hear the original sound of the loop. Whereas if I turn it up all the way, you're just hearing that full effect, and then if you turn it down all the way, then you're just completely off. So yeah, so that's a really cool plugin. Shout out to Kyle Beats. I really like this plugin a lot. And he's got a new plugin company that he just dropped. So that's fire. Shout out to him. Oh, let me drop his name actually in the chat so you can check him out too. He's a YouTuber I really like to watch actually. His name, yeah, just you can look him up there. After the stream, of course. And yeah, you can check out some of his videos. You can check out, he does have a video where he talks about the plugin. So yeah. Cool. Okay, so now we're going on to verse 2. It keep it pretty similar, honestly. Okay. What I want to do with this, I want to. Oh, maybe that's what I'll do on this part. Maybe I'll have. You know what? Okay, we're gonna copy and paste all this right now. That's gonna be the easiest thing to do. And let's take out the snare right here. Bump that back down an octave. Oh, that was -9. Let's put the different type of effect on this part. Yeah, this phaser effect. And that's gonna just be there. That section. I might bring it back in later. Well, let's see. But let's mix that in. Have it come stay in for most of the beat. I mean, most of the beat. Most of that section. spell it right there. Click that. 0. Cool. Would like to have a classic studio or just the digital, because I like digital space, but there is this mental thing where you just think that top people still use the classic way to produce hits. In the box is convenient and much more affordable compared to its analog counterpart. Okay, yeah, so I've worked, well, I've studied in a professional studio and I've worked in my home studio for, well, the pro studio that I studied in was like for a couple months. And obviously I've been working from a home studio for as long as I have been producing. Honestly, when it comes to that type of environment, some people like it specifically for the vibe. Um, but if you're just making beats, honestly, depending on how you like to, okay, I won't say you don't need it. But that's what I was going to say. What I'll say is, to get, specifically in the case of getting good results, you don't need it. It can help in certain situations, like if they have a piece of gear that maybe you don't have access to, or if let's say if you're specifically an artist or someone who just doesn't mix their stuff and you want a professional mixing engineer to be able to help you get the sound that you want. It can help in those type of situations where if you're looking for other people to work with, or maybe if they have a specific piece of equipment that you don't have access to, it can help out with that. But if you're a producer, if you make beats that you send off to artists, you don't need it. If you're an artist who even records, you don't need it. You can get really good results with the tools that we have, like here. Like, you can get some really cool, good sounding stuff with like stock Logic plugins and like from like Wave plugins and different things like that. It really matters, and the difference really is just like how clean can you get your own recordings, and that really just involves just thinking outside the box and just doing some of your own work. Like, for example, if you can see behind me, I've got that acoustic blanket right behind me. I've got one in front of my monitor. I've got different things in the ceiling, and also I got this right here, this Chaotica eyeball. That helps me get really clean vocal recordings, all from the comfort of my own home. It gets rid of pretty much all that room noise, and it allows me to get really clean sounding recordings and make them sound really professional, all from the comfort of my own home. I share this a lot, not at all to brag. I share this frequently. I have a song that I literally recorded, not even with this eyeball. I have a song that I recorded in my grandparents' bedroom, hardwood floors. I had the blankets up, but it was in a bedroom, hardwood floors. These blankets up, getting rid of most of that room noise. Some of it was still getting in. I was just getting started with learning how to mix, like using a mixture of like some stock Logic plugins and some Waves plugins. Really basic setup, $200 microphone, really basic acoustic treatment. The song has over 1.6 million streams on Spotify, done from the comfort of my own home. It's called Blessing by Butu. As a matter of fact, just want to pull this up really quick. No, I'm not saying this to brag. I'm saying this to encourage you to not necessarily need to not feel like you need that type of stuff, because you can get really good results that people love from the comfort of your own home. Let me show you real quick. Shout out Butu. He's one of my close friends that I've been making music with for we started out making music together. Look at the song right here. We recorded this literally, like, as I said, we recorded this in my grandparents' bedroom, hardwood floors, $200 microphone, no outboard equipment whatsoever, really basic mixing and mastering chain, and the song has 1.6 million streams on Spotify. All done from the comfort of our own home. No big studio, no big investor, no crazy expensive equipment. Just done from the comfort of my own home. So yeah, you don't need millions of dollars worth of gear. You don't need a big studio. You don't need any of that. Now, can that help get your quality to a certain level in some cases, depending on your own personal situation? Yes, but if you can invest in that same type of equipment on your own. Is it on YouTube? Yes. Look up. Let me put it in the chat. The only reason why I'm not opening up my browser right now is because it loads pretty slow whenever I'm streaming. So look this up on YouTube. Butu Blessing Fish. Actually, yeah, Buchu Blessing, and then it should pop up. So yeah, it should pop up with Buchu as well as a music video. He actually let me and a couple of our friends be in the video too. So you'll see me with a free no beard in the afro. So that's kind of funny. But yeah, so yeah, once again, yeah, we did that literally 100% in the box. $200 mic. I think the audio interface at that time was, I think, $200. Not expensive equipment whatsoever. And yeah, that song got 1.6 million streams on Spotify. I don't know what it looks like on the other platforms. Lots of people used it as background music in their YouTube videos, different things like that. And yeah, I recorded it. I mixed it. He obviously he sang the song, all from our own home. So you don't. That's, to me, that's proof right there that you don't need a big fancy studio and the most expensive gear in the world to be able to get professional results. So yeah, never feel limited with the equipment that you have. Just use it to the best of your ability. Study it. Learn how to get the best sound that you can out of it. Once you outgrow it, make an investment in other pieces of equipment that you may need, like maybe like a newer microphone, a newer computer. But yeah, you don't really need. Yeah, I know I've been saying the same thing like over and over again. But yeah, just don't feel limited to what you have. Just use it to the best of your ability. Even if it's a smartphone. Yeah, just use it to the best of your ability. Someone, what's his name? I think his name is Steve Lacy. He made a beat for Kendrick Lamar's most recent album with GarageBand on his iPhone. And this is for Kendrick Lamar, who's considered, some people consider the best rapper alive. So yes, I've been ranting. So let's get back to this. My bad. Oh, once again, I hope this that rant helped more than it was just me talking all over the place. Like a quick drop over here. Yeah, so that's pretty much the beat. Oh no, I mean outro. Um, copy that over. Copy that over. Mix in. I wonder what a mixture of the drip being all the way up and that phaser would sound like. What that would sound like on the outro. And then yeah, I'm cool with this beat for right now. Been working on it for way too long. I shouldn't say it way too long, but no, we had some dope conversations. That's why this beat took a little long. I can normally knock something like this out, in like 30 minutes because it's not really that complex. Let's just move on to idea number 2. Let's wrap this up really quick. That's the phaser plugin. Let's also take drip. That all the way up right there. Okay. I need to do. I don't know if I have already. At some point, I need to do a tutorial on automation because this is a really powerful tool that you. There aren't a lot of things that I'll say that you need to know, but this is something that you need to know how to do. Automation. Maybe dragging up to hundreds, not drag it. Yeah. change this up a little bit. I'm gonna end on like this part of the loop right here. Add a little fade. So it's gonna pop. The man, see you in the next one. Hey, thank you so much, Karen, for tuning in. Really appreciate you. We had some really dope conversations. I really hope that my rambling helped you out and educated you in some way, shape, or form. So appreciate you. I got more videos on the way dropping on the channel as well as this live stream. So yeah, catch you later. If you want to tune into the next live stream, it will be this Thursday at 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So appreciate you. Yeah, you have a great day. Let's go ahead and let's listen to this beat. Yeah, this should not have taken an hour to complete. Yeah, let's go ahead and listen to this top down and then move on to idea number 2. If I don't hear anything I want to change with this really quick. By the way, if you haven't already, would greatly appreciate it if you hit the like button on this video and subscribe and turn on notifications so you know the next time when we go live. Just right there, no. It's like right there where I think I may need to add maybe like one more instrument. Don't know for sure yet. This beat has like a lot of space in it, which is good. Don't overthink your stuff. Artists don't always need a crazy amount of instrumental set to be impressed. Super chill right here. Just drop the energy a little bit. Back at it. That quick little drop right there. Yeah, the only thing this beat really needs, honestly, maybe one more melody in part of the verse, just to switch it up a little bit. Maybe some transition effects. Sometimes I say I want to add transition effects, and then I don't. It doesn't always need it. Like, a trick for me is to like make it simple and not to leave space for an artist, but not like so simple to the point where it's like it just sounds like a loop or it just gets boring to listen to after a while. It's like that's like a good balance that you can find. There's a good balance that you find after working with stuff for a little while. But cool, I'm happy with this beat. Pretty simple, to the point. More than enough space for an artist to do their thing. Maybe just some very minor changes to the production itself, and then mixing. But cool. That's dope. I like that. Let's move on. Beat number 2. Spent like an hour and a half on this beat. Definitely didn't need to. But yeah, go on. Beat number 2. Let's go back into the sample folder. See what we can find. Once again, I appreciate all of you for tuning in. I really hope that these rants here and there are actually helpful. At some point, I'm also gonna like take some of those like little rants, chop them or edit them a little bit, um, and make them like actual YouTube videos, so we also can go back and to refer to them. I did that with one of our we were having a topic about what was it? Spotify playlists. We had a topic about Spotify playlists in last week. Was it last week? We had no 2 weeks ago. Like how to get into Spotify playlists. I did a little rant on that before. And I chopped that up and turned that into a YouTube video as well. As a matter of fact, I'll drop it in the chat just in case you want to check that out. So yeah, I'm gonna just do some more stuff like that too, where it's like these little like if you have any conversations like this where if we're just talking like if someone has like a specific question about a certain topic or anything like that, and if I go on and start talking about it, I'll make like a little clip. Cause that's what some other people do with other people's streams too. I'll make like just some clips here and there, so that we can refer back to them later, and help out that way. Over here. Not Lifestyle did it. He's another producer who makes really dope content on YouTube. This is one of his loop packs. Use that one. Let's try it. Try it. Normally, I don't make a whole lot of like dark types of beats. Oh, I remember. I forgot his stuff was in. Oh, okay. I gotta do this the long way. So the one thing I don't like about Logic, I love Logic for the most part. One of the things I don't like about this program is that it does not like 32-bit audio, which is like a really high quality form of audio. So it doesn't always like using like 32-bit files. I think that needs to be fixed. So my work around it is just putting a machine and just exporting it. Which is a little ridiculous, but yeah. Other ways to do it, I guess, we would also just convert the file. Yeah, that's like the only thing about Logic I don't like is that they don't like playing 32-bit audio. So that needs to come in some type of update at some point. Oh wait, whoa, hold up. That should be 20 BPM. Like that. Or it could just be maybe like with that in that particular instance, maybe I just imported it incorrect. I don't know. It did that the other time I used the sample from this pack, and I know it's not on Lifestyle. That's on just Logic just being kind of weird. Let's go ahead and chop this up a little bit. What he did was he had the whole loop play out over here. Then you just had like other sections where he just pretty much kind of like just tracked it out. So that's how I'm gonna actually. I'm gonna put them all on different tracks so I can have more freedom with arranging the beat this way, and arranging and mixing. Move this over. This over. Wait, actually, wait. Let me undo that. I think I messed something up. Hold up. Oh, I did. Never mind. Never mind. It was right. It was right. Pretty sure it was right. Edit redo. Actually, you know what? Okay, my bad. Let me keep that. Instead of deleting that, let's keep that there just in case. Make sure everything's lined up correctly. My bad. I know this part's kind of boring. We're gonna get more interesting in a quick second. Let me just make sure we got this right. Yep. Yeah, we're cool. We got it. Cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and speeding up a little bit. Right? Yes. Cool. Let's speed this up a little bit. Probably 126. That's too fast. Let's try 124. There we go. Yeah, let me know what you think about this so far. Arranges a little bit. This track we don't need. I'm gonna delete that. At this part right here. Okay. Sound like a snare or a clap. Snare. Probably gonna go in the same kit I went in before. This kit has a lot of good snares in it. I think I might use this one. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Need like a rim and a hi-hat. that rim down a little bit. Maybe instead of, okay, wait, actually, had that little line right there. Let's have that only play once. Yeah, there we go. Know exactly where I want to put an open hi-hat. And that open hat down a little bit too. The hi-hats in hip-hop beats are like really loud, but I don't like having them like piercing loud. It's just a stylistic choice for me. Okay, let's find a closed hi-hat. Actually, let's find also. Wait, let's go back to that kit. Let's find a second rim shot. Actually, I'm gonna put one more in, and then let's find a closed hi-hat. But just have this one just be quieter. Okay. Close hi-hat, close hi-hat, close hi-hat. Ooh, okay, that clap actually sounds kind of cool. Nope. Let's use. Try this one. Just add some more stuff to this hi-hat pattern. Dark beat, right in time for Halloween season. Almost there. It might be good on the hi-hats. Let's listen to one more pass of that. Yeah, I'm cool with that. Let's nudge him over a little bit. Bug in here. Okay, cool. Yeah, pretty sure I want to add some more drums. I'm gonna move on to 808 really quick. Okay, over here. I think Unleash was that one. This one is like another one I might have in mind too. Find out what key we're in. E sharp minor. Cool. Oh, wait. Yeah, let's move to the section without the bass. That was close enough to like capture that MIDI and tighten that up in here. Oops. Oh, okay. Wait. I gotta replay that because that sounded way off. Fix this because I'm almost embarrassed. There we go. For that one. Not 100% sure if I like this, to be honest, because it's a bit repetitive to me. But yeah, we're getting somewhere with this. I think the trick with this one maybe switching up the loop here and there and like adding different effects and stuff here. Relax City, come on. That one little clap I just added might be enough. Yeah, once again, not really 100% sure if I'm feeling this one, to be honest. Go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and start arranging this one. Sometimes hearing something a lot, or I mean, sometimes I don't try to finish every single beat within one sitting. Sometimes I kind of just go in. If I'm feeling it at first, knock it out. If for some reason I'm not, maybe just because I might be overthinking it, so I just try to. I think this has potential. I'm still gonna like wrap this one up. This one I might have to come back to later. Oh wait, I think I have an idea for another melody. Really simple. Drag that out while I'm doing it. Maybe for like the chorus. Oh, what's it called? That one time, Tubular Bell. Not the ones I'm thinking of. Oh, that one maybe. Nah. Never mind. That's kind of whack. Never mind. Never mind. Okay, let's go ahead and work what we got for right now. I need to come back to. Alright, this one could go one or two ways. Either I just need to come back to it later with fresh ears and then add more to it after we get this arrangement down, or well, I never know. Sometimes things that I'm not feeling too much, other people are, then I might end up just if it's good enough, I might just end up throwing on my website anyways. We're gonna do some tricks over here. Hold on, I never hit save. Let's save this real quick. I never hit save. Okay, so we're gonna call this one Um, Outcast. Like a dark, like this. Sounds something that like NF or like Hobson would rap over. Yeah, this definitely needs. Yeah, this needs some more instruments. Right now, it's kind of scale as is, to be honest. Um, I'm gonna wrap this one up though. This one I might have to come back to later with fresh ears. Which is why it's good to just like always work on stuff and try to this right now. Honestly, this is me trying to like push through this little beat block that I got. But I'm gonna finish this idea. That's why you always hit save. I feel like this does have potential, to be honest. Not really. I like the loop. Sometimes I'll like a loop, and I'll work on it, but then it won't really be the vibe that I'm in. But let's get like a good skeleton of this going on. First half will be like in the lower octave. I might put in another effect, or not another. Oh yeah, another effect, a different effect on that part. Bring this back in. On. Add like an extra snare over here. 3 and the 4. Yeah, this definitely needs a lot more work. Cool. Pretty basic arrangement. Definitely not done. I'm gonna come back to this one. Not really feeling this one. I think this would be a good place to wrap up the live stream for today. Let's listen to this one more time through, and yeah, I'm gonna bounce this one. I'm gonna come back to this. I think it has potential. I just can't really get something for this. I don't make a whole lot of I don't make a whole lot of dark beats, to be honest. But more people I was working with recently have been asking for some. So I mean, it's not really the style of music I listen to a lot, which is why I don't make darker beats. But I think it's good to get in the practice making a beat like this if a handful of people who I work with want them. Yeah, this is like really basics. Yeah, not really a whole lot going on over here, so. Alright, cool, yeah. Pretty much repeats itself. Yeah, I'm gonna come back to this later on. Try to figure out some other melodies and stuff to add, because right now it's just mad repetitive. But anyways, I think it's a good place to stop for today. Got some more things I need to work on. I have an interview actually that I filmed with a local artist and his producer actually. Filmed it like a month ago by now actually. I'm working on editing that so I can get back into uploading or regularly uploading full videos. I haven't really made a full video in a while just because I've been busy with multiple different projects, but definitely got them down to a point where with that, and also because I was hopping on TikTok a bit more and trying to experiment with that. But anyways, yeah, I want to go ahead and I might get something to eat actually. I might eat something real quick. Might start editing that video. I got a studio session with another artist later on today. So yeah, it's about to be a busy day. But I'm happy. I'm happy with how the first beat turned out for sure. This one, I'm not dissatisfied with it. Just not really feeling this right now. But I'm gonna come back to it. I think this actually does have potential. That's what you gotta do sometimes. Sometimes you gotta know when to walk away for a moment and come back to something later. So always save, always export, and send your beats somewhere where you can access them. I personally use Google Drive. So I can like just pretty much listen to stuff on my phone later on when I'm not in the studio or things like that, or just have quick access to something. Yeah, wait, what? Let me just finish labeling this. Yeah, okay, strings and piano. But yeah, this once again, I appreciate everyone for tuning in. If you haven't already, would greatly appreciate it if you clicked out the chat for a quick moment, hit the like button on the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you know whenever we go live and whenever I upload a full-length video or even a YouTube short. If you're watching this on Twitch, I would greatly appreciate it if you hit the follow button on there. And yeah, look out pretty soon for a Discord server because yeah, it's something I've been sleeping on for a while. I know that's something that would be really dope to have, especially because I'm focused on building a community on this platform. And yeah, I think think that's about it. Cool. So, excuse me, that was a bad voice crack. But anyways, great conversations today. Great live stream. Yeah, glad I went on a couple of rants here and there, but I'm glad that it was able to help out at least one person. So probably gonna turn those rants into a full video, or at some or yeah, a more of a full video at some point. And yeah, I'm good for today. Let's wrap up. Next live stream. So we live stream on this channel and on Twitch. On my bad, we live stream on this YouTube channel and on Twitch every Tuesday and Thursday at 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They last about 2 to 3 hours, depending on how active we are in the chat, as well as just how long it takes out to knock out certain beats. And yeah, I think we're good for today. Next live stream will be on this Thursday, 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So thank you all so much for tuning in. My name is El Marquis of El Marquis Productions. God bless.